Hey everybody. First off, before I start this video, I really wanted to thank everyone in, I guess, the community that is so amazing with this channel on keeping the content and the conversation going, um, regardless of the very lack of posting I've been doing lately. And I sincerely apologize. This year has been quite the year of change. I'm sure a lot of you also may have been experiencing this as COVID is still kind of slowly moving out of our everyday life. So yeah, you're gonna see some moving boxes and stuff in the back. But anyways, my topic today is about ghosting again. Reason why is I really noticed that there was quite a few comments regarding ghosting, but in different contexts. So this one is regarding INTJ females who potentially ghost someone after one or two dates. And excuse me, some of the possible reasons for it. And I mean, ghosting can be frustrating regardless, and it's even more difficult with, say, an INTJ because a lot of times it's not intentional. So I'm just gonna look at my notes here quick, but the first number one possibility for this ghosting after initial dates would be, say you and the INTJ female had a really great time and there was some sort of intense chemistry and it was basically just very intense. Now, we have a problem with emotions. We feel them, but we have to use basically a translator, the thinking side. So we have to pull up what we felt into a thinking criteria and then sit with that to make sense of it, because we have to also make sure that this is not something that is something that's going to harm us, or we have to apply it to other situations that we've had in the past to make sure that our gut sense says that it is something that is worthy and of value to pursue. Now, because of that, we're really intensely internal right then, and we won't be necessarily reaching out, especially something where you're still in the initial stages, so you're usually pretty light and quippy, but the INTJ female might be really diving in to her own self, and that's pretty deep, and it's not jiving with the naturalness of the initial stages. So they might not get back to you right away, not because they don't want to, it's because they have to get a mindset of what this is and where they want to go with it. Because if it's a positive, intense situation, and that's the only one I'm speaking to on this, that's a good thing. So it sounds confusing, and if anyone has questions about it, please make a comment and or request for a video. Number two, they INTJ female may not at all be aware that you would be thinking that you're being ghosted. So it's kind of tied to the fact that we're not interested in spending a ton of time staring at our phone. We don't wait for the next chime to show up so then we can respond back. If anything, it causes us anxiety to hear chime, 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 chime. So if you do like INTJ, a quick tip might be, don't blast your phone with 2 words in every text, because what that does is it just heightens the reserve and the anxiety potentially around dealing with the phone, and it makes them feel potentially more that they are responsible for returning a call rather than being just kind of go with the flow and slowly getting to know the flow of your texting slash phoning relationship. So if it is, like, I'll give you an example right now. Early on, back with flip phones, I was dating this person who, while I was moving, they were blowing up my phone. I didn't have my phone on me. And they were just escalating on their own within minutes. It was like, hello, why aren't you okay? I guess I don't matter. And just kept going. And I felt bad because I actually cared about this person, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, why is that becoming a thing when he knows that I'm moving? And I mean, myself personally, I tried to just talk them off the ledge, but a lot of times if that happens, an INTJ female, if they're not invested enough yet one way or the other, they're just going to be like, wow, red flag, this person has some sort of issue that if you're not immediately responding, then there's something there that they don't feel valuable, or some we're not sure, because it's still initial phases. So that can be really difficult for navigating. Now, number 3 is really the tough one. This is the one that you gotta just realize that this is gonna happen, and it's not about you. It's about two people and whether or not they have chemistry, and chemistry is not with everyone. Again, I've said this in other videos, INTJs aren't for everybody. So they're a lot to deal with at times. They're weird. I'm going to say that just from my own self. If you get mad at that, then I'm sure you'll put it in the comments. However, we define our own path. So it's definitely not you, and really it's not. It's just two people that don't have the chemistry that, even though you think that it looks good on paper, they might not be. So if they didn't feel much in that date, plus they hate phones, and plus they hate communicating through them, they're gonna be pretty reluctant and really press that procrastination key in getting back to you, mostly because they have other messages I'm sure they're trying to, force themselves to respond to, and other things in their life, and it sounds horrible, but they might be just simply taking their time before having to deliver the news that it wasn't something that works. Is that right? No. For me personally, I've found that has been a problem. But also I do note that I've learned to be very apologetic about how my reluctance is when I actually do get back to them, because it's not intentionally being mean like ghosting is. Ghosting is meant to be purposeful and intentional. This is, for myself anyways, more of a conflict avoidance, that we have enough conflicts that come up in our life since we don't have necessarily the same way of approaching life as with others. So if it's another one on our plate, we're kind of going to put it lower just to take the pressure off in the short term, and eventually get back. But it's by no means, it's not proper, but a great trait to learn as an INTJ, especially as any INTJ actually, is the being able to be very succinct. So I had a situation with myself where I was dating a different fella, and I was very, like, still learning my self-awareness, and what I found with him was he was very elegant and amazing at recognizing and delivering the fact that we were totally not in the same level when it comes to where we were at in life. And he did it in such a kind way, not necessarily dumping, which is the strange thing, but he just said that, yeah, we're not on the same page, that he noticed, and that was it. And yet I could still, like, reach out to him if I needed to, but I mostly didn't. So anyways, point is that there are different reasons potentially for a female INTJ for ghosting. If there's any other ones that any other INTJ females want to bring forward, then absolutely bring it up. Or if anyone has certain instances that they would like potential clarification on through a third party, feel free. Or as always, if you have a video request, please leave it in the comments. Thanks so much, and hopefully I'm going to be a little bit more in a situation where I can provide some more videos. Thanks so much.